You have to push yourself past your limits. You have to see how far that you can truly go. Like many of us, we hold ourselves back so much that we don't even know how far that we can truly go. Like we should be trying to figure out what is the distance that we can go in this life. We only get one of these. And I was doing my reflection, I was doing my thinking. And be grateful that you're here today. So many people are passing left and right and going through so many things. If you have the ability, if you are able, if you have the mobility, like if you have your working arms and working legs, and if you have the ability to speak, if you have the ability to create, please do that. Please do that and see how far you can go. See how far you can go. Like, can you imagine leaving this earth, not expanding on what you could have expanded on when you had the chance? Could you imagine? We get one of these. And within this life, we should be proving to ourselves and loving on ourselves and showing ourselves how good life can get. But in order for us to show ourselves how good life can get, we have to, number one, believe in ourselves. We have to believe that it is possible. We have to believe that it is obtainable. And it is. And the thing is, some people are going to call you crazy. Some people are going to say things about you. It does not matter. Push yourself to those limits. See how far that you can truly go. Let's see how good life can truly get. Let's see how your body can transform. If you are working on your body and working on transforming your body, let's see how far it can truly go. Many of us I have to say this cuss word because it will stick better. Many of us be half-assing ourselves so much. Just half-assing. Not only do we half-ass ourselves, but we also do that within life. We treat life like it's a whatever thing, just like we treat ourselves like it's a whatever thing. We treat ourselves like we are a whatever thing. And that's something that I had to think about as I was blossoming through this life. I was like, I can't treat myself like I'm a whatever thing. I cannot treat myself like somebody who isn't a blossom. I can't treat myself like somebody who isn't worthy. That's how a lot of us be treating ourselves, like we're just not worthy. Like we're not worthy to get up in the morning and go to the gym. Like we're not worthy to put good foods in our body. Like we're not worthy to have a certain level of respect for ourselves, to have discipline for ourselves, for our worth, to know like I can't do that because my worth wouldn't even align with that. That's where the self-respect comes in for yourself. You have to have the self-respect to be like, I can't even rock and roll like that. Many of us are not the person who we used to be years ago, but we're still operating as a person who we were years ago. But deep down, we have blossomed from that, but because our actions are so in comfort, we never catch up. You get what I'm saying? We never catch up to who we could truly be because our actions are doing the opposite. In your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, you know that you should be doing better. In your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, you know that you want to do better. You're having these thoughts of doing better for yourself, having a better self-worth, but your actions are not following. And procrastination is a symptom of something that is lacking within yourself. It is a symptom. So where are you lacking at? Are you lacking in self-love? Are you lacking in self-worth? Are you lacking in your relationship with yourself? Are you lacking in your relationship with God? These are the things, again, procrastination is a symptom of something. And many of us, we don't want to do the actions because it could be too hard. I'm trying to figure out who said that life was going to be easy. I'm trying to figure out that even though it probably won't be that easy, you can change your perspective and get all the lessons and blessings out of it, even though it won't be easy. Life probably, to so many people, is very hard. Life probably is beating you up right now. But what are you going to do with those punches? Are you just going to let life beat you up? Like, are you just going to let life two-piece you? You're just going to let life beat you up? See, this is a time to test yourself and see how strong you truly are. One thing about me, life has two-pieced me a few times. But, I'm a blossom. You ain't about to be hitting on me. So that means I have to prepare. Sometimes you have to prepare. You have to prepare, which means you have to figure out and learn how to do the action. You have to learn how to, and sometimes even if you don't know how to do the action, you have to put yourself in motion. And a lot of times the action will follow. But a lot of times we don't want to do the action because we're so stuck in our comfort. Like, we get one of these. I'm just being 100 with y'all. I'm being real with y'all. I'm being 100 with you. We only get one of these. We have one life. We have one life. And a lot of people use their one life as the excuse of, oh, we have one life. Let me eat horribly. Let me not have good priorities with my money. Like, let me do people not the best. Let me treat myself. Like, let me do it for the plot. Like, we don't have one life. Like, we don't have a footprint in life that, at the end of the day, we really do have one of these. We have one. So if something were to happen to you, if something were to happen to you at any moment, Lord forbid that it doesn't, are you proud at the way that you've lived your life thus far? If the answer is no, if you're like, oh, I have not even nearly accomplished what I want to accomplish, that means you should probably get started and probably start accomplishing what you want to accomplish. This is your life we're talking about here. You only get one. This is your heart. This is your love. This is you we're talking about here. And I say this to myself often as well. Like, I'm like, Blossom, this is me I'm talking about. Like, I can't let nobody just play with me. I can't just treat the money that God blesses me with like just anything. Like, I should invest in that. I should invest in myself. In the investment within myself is also me taking care of myself. It's also me loving on myself. So if I do that with myself, I can do that better with you. If I better love on myself and take care of myself, I can better love and take care of you. But again, you have to see and push yourself how far you can get within your self-love and your self-worth. Like, many of us just accept the bare minimum, and that's how our life is going to be, just bare minimum, because we accepted it. On the other hand, I don't want my life to be just bare minimum. I'm grateful of God, everything that God has blessed me with. I'm grateful. But the bare minimum, God wants more for me as I want more for myself. Which means I have to put in the action and work with God so I can obtain more for myself. Because I'm able. I have mobility. I can speak. I don't know. I'm just trying to get y'all to get out here and get creative and push yourself to the highest version of yourself that you can possibly be. So you can meet the highest version of yourself. Many of us, we don't even know. Like, many of us, we think that where we are is where we stay within our growth. Like, many of us, you know how people that's just how I am. That's just how I am. The person that I was last week, we are very different. We are very different because I want to grow. Literally, I'm telling you, we are very different. The person who I was last week, we are very different from the person who I was last week to now. Very different. We might have similarities because at the end of the day, I still have some great qualities about myself and some things that I'm learning and unlearning, but Blossom from last week and Blossom now is very different. So I'm just trying to get you to push yourself into the greatest version of yourself, because truly, we only get one of these. And when it gets hard, I'm telling you, that's the time to go even harder. I'm on some trill stuff. I was just sitting in this car, in my feelings, kind of down. And I sat in this car for a smooth 20 minutes. And then I got out the car and I was like, honestly, this light work. Nice try though. Whoever I was talking to, I said to myself, nice try though. Like at the end of the day, like I'm a blossom and I'm God's child. Nice try though. Even if the nice try had to say that to me, even if I was putting myself in the position to be overthinking and overanalyzing, sometimes I had to tell myself, dang, nice try though. But the higher version of myself said, this is light work. This is light work. So this is all I want to say to y'all today. Continue to blossom. And yeah, that's all I want to say to y'all. So blossom outie.